day, everyone. I am Dazzle Johanito and welcome to another episode. For today's video, I will discuss about the Unit 5 Teachers' Welfare and Privileges, the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers, Republic Act 4670. As students and learners, do we know the rights of the teachers? Well, I guess it's not really. So now, I will present and discuss to you what really it is. The Republic Act number 4670, or also known as the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers, help us to understand fully the rights of the teachers. It protects the right of the teachers like the tenures of office, academic freedom, and other benefits. Some teachers are not privy to the provision of this code as this is not discussed with them. The first article of the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers is the Declaration of Policy Coverage. Section 1, Declaration of Policy, states that it is hereby declared to the policy of this Act to promote and improve the social and economic status of public school teachers, their living and working conditions, their terms of employment and career prospects in order that they may compare favorably with existing opportunities in other walks of life, attract and retain in teaching profession more people with the proper qualifications. It being recognized that advance in education depends on qualifications and ability of the teaching staff, and that is an education, an essential factor in the economic growth of the nation as a productive investment of the vital importance. Section 2, Title Definition. This Act shall be known as the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers and shall apply to all public school teachers except those in the professional staff of state colleges and universities. As used in this Act, the term teacher shall mean all persons engaged in the classroom teaching in any level of instruction on full-time basis, including guidance counselors, school librarians, industrial arts or vocational instructors, and all other persons performing supervisory and or administrative functions in all schools, colleges, and universities operated by the government or its political subdimensions, but shall not include school nurses, school physicians, school dentists, and other school employees. Magna Carta for Public School Teachers, Article 2, Recruitment and Career. The Section 3 states that recruitment and qualification. The recruitment policy with respect to the selection and appointment of teachers shall be clearly defined by the Department of Education, as provided, however, that effective upon approval of this Act is the following shall constitute the minimum educational qualifications for teachers applicants. First is, for teachers in the kindergarten and elementary grades, or bachelor degree in elementary education, or the BSL. Second is, for teachers of the secondary schools, bachelor's degree in education or its equivalent with a major and a minor, or a bachelor's degree in arts or science with at least 18 professional units in education. Number 3 is for teachers or secondary vocational and 2 years technical courses, bachelor's degree in the field of specialization with at least 18 professional units in education. The last is for teachers of courses on the collegiate level other than vocational, master degree with a specific area of specialization. Section 4, Probationary Period. When recruitment takes place after adequate training and professional preparation in any school recognized by the government, no probationary period preceding regular appointment shall be imposed if the teacher possesses the appropriate civil service eligibility. provided, however, that where due to the exigencies of the service, it is necessary to employ as a teacher a person who possesses the minimum educational qualifications herein above set forth but lacks the appropriate civil service eligibility. Such person shall be appointed in a provisional status and shall undergo a period of probation for less than 1 year from and after the death of his provisional appointment. Section 5. Tenure of office. It states that stability of employment and security of tenure shall be assured the teachers as provided under existing laws. Subject to the provisions of Section 3 and the pair of teachers appointed on a provisional status for lack of necessarily civic service eligibility shall be existent permanent appointment for the position he is holding after having rendered at least 10 years of continuous, efficient, and faithful service in such position. Section 6 consists of transportation expenses. It states that except for costs and has herein otherwise provided, no teacher shall be transferred without his consent from one station to another. Where the exigencies of the service require the transfer of a teacher from one station to another, such transfer may be effected by the school superintendent, who shall previously notify the teacher concerned of the transfer and the reason or reasons therefor. If the teacher believes there is no justification from the transfer, he may appeal his case to the Director of Public Schools or the Director of Vocational Education as the case may be. Pending his appeal and the decision thereon, his transfer shall be held in abeyance. Provided, however, that no transfer whatever shall be made 3 months before any local or national election. Section 7. Code of Professional Conduct for the Teachers. Within 6 months from the approval of this Act, the Secretary of Education shall formulate and prepare a code of professional conduct for public school teachers. A copy of the code shall be furnished each teacher. However, that where there is not possible by reason of inadequate fiscal resources of the Department of Education, at least 3 copies of the same code shall be deposited with the office of the school principal or head teacher, where they may be accessible for use by the teachers. Section 8. The safeguards in disciplinary procedure. Every teacher shall enjoy equitable safeguards at each stage of any disciplinary procedure and shall have: first, the right to inform in writing of the charges; second, the right to full access to the evidence in the case; third, the right to defend himself and to be defended by the representative of his choice and or by his organization, adequate time being given to the teacher for the preparation of his defense; and fourth is the right to appeal to clearly designated authorities. No publicity shall be given to any disciplinary action being taken against a teacher during the pendency of his case. Section 9. Administrative charges. Administrative charges against a teacher shall be heard initially by a committee composed of the corresponding school superintendent of the division or a duly authorized representative who should at least have the rank of the division supervisor, where the teachers belongs as a chairman, a representative of the local, or in its absence, any existing provincial or national teachers' organizations, and a supervisor of the division. The last 2 of the designated by the Director of Public Schools. The committee shall submit its finding and recommendations to the Director of the Public Schools within 30 days from the termination of the hearings. Provided, however, that where the school superintendent is the complainant or uninterested party, all the members of the committee shall be appointed by the Secretary of Education. Section 10. No discrimination. There shall be no discrimination whatsoever in the entrance to the teaching profession or during its exercise or in the termination of services based on other than professional consideration. Section 11. Married teachers. Whenever possible, the proper authorities shall take all the steps to enable married couples, both of whom are public school teachers, to be employed in the same locality. Section 12. The academic freedom. Teachers shall enjoy academic freedom in discharge of professional duties, particularly with regard to teaching and classroom methods. Article 3 of Magna Carta for public school teachers. The hours of work and remuneration. Section 13. Teaching hours. Any teacher engaged in classroom instruction shall not be required to render more than 6 hours of actual classroom teaching a day, which shall be so scheduled as to give him time for the preparation and correction of exercises and other work incidental to his normal teaching duties. Provided, however, that where the exigencies of the service to expire, any teacher may require to render more than 6 hours, but not exceeding 8 hours of actual classroom teaching a day upon payment of additional compensation at the same rate as his regular remuneration plus at least 25% of his basic pay. Section 14. Additional compensation. Notwithstanding any provision of existing law to the contrary, co-curricula and out-of-the-school activities and any other activities outside of what is defined as normal duties of any teacher shall be paid an additional compensation of at least 25% of his regular remuneration after the teacher has completed at least 6 hours of actual classroom teaching a day. Section 15. Criteria for the salaries. Teacher salaries shall correspond to the following criteria. First is, they shall compare favorably with those paid in other occupations requiring equivalent or similar qualifications, training, and abilities. Second, they shall be such as to ensure teachers a reasonable standard of life for themselves and their families. And third, they shall be properly graded so as to recognize the fact that certain positions require higher qualification and greater responsibility than others. Section 16. Salary scale. Salary scales of the teacher shall provide for a gradual progression from a minimum to a maximum salary by means of regular increments granted automatically after 3 years, provided that the efficiency rating of the teacher concerned is at least satisfactory. The progression from the minimum to the maximum of the salary scale shall not extend over a period of 10 years. Section 17. Equality in salary scales. The salary scales of the teacher whose salaries are appropriated by a city municipal district, or a provincial government shall not be less than those provided for teachers of the national government. So this is the end of my discussion in this topic, and it will be continued one of my group mates. Thank you and enjoy learning. Bye!